Thank you for joining me again this week. So this episode is about accessory exercises. So you might be wondering, what are accessory exercises? Those are the exercises that you will do on the same day as you do your squat, your bench or your deadlift, that are there designed to help you in those lifts. So for example, if you do all three lifts on a different day, you might do your squat on the first day, and an accessory exercise for the squat could be doing a leg curl. That's just a rough example so you know what I'm on about. So what's the importance and why do people do accessory exercises? So I know some people that don't bother doing accessory exercises and will only focus on doing the squat, the bench and the deadlift, but doing a lot of volume weight and a lot of, frequency, higher, raising frequency, raising weight, just, really focusing on those three lifts, which obviously the argument behind that is if you focus all your energy on those three lifts, you'll get better at those three lifts, because if you're a runner and you keep running, you'll get better at running. So that's where the logic from that comes. However, some people do accessory exercises, which I'm one of those people. I'll do a lot of accessory exercises compared to most, because I believe if you're a runner, you don't just want to be running, you want to be doing additional things as well as running, like maybe running with additional weight so your legs are used to carrying more weight. So that's sort of the logic I use for my accessory exercises. So what accessory exercises do you want to be doing? So mainly, as long as they're helping you do your top three, your squat, your bench and your deadlift, as long as they're helping you do that's good. But you tend to get more in depth, which what I do when you analyse each lift, and I do this with the people that I coach. I analyse each lift from the tape that they've got, and lifts that they fail, and lifts that they really have to fight for. So I look where the sticking points are when they fail the lifts, and which bits are easier. So for a deadlift, for me, I've had grip problem before, where with one of my deadlifts up top, it was really slipping out of my hands. So one of the accessories I do for my deadlift is I'll do the standard deadlift just for one rep, but instead of putting it down, when I get the down command, I'll just hold it there for 10 seconds. That way the grip is used to holding onto that weight for a lot longer, and I'll do that with something that, I could probably get like 6 reps at, normal reps. Struggle with grip. Like if you were to struggle with the deadlift on getting it off of the ground, which if you're equipped you don't tend to, because the suit pops it off of the ground with you, you'll want to be doing more deficit deadlifts, because that's working on the bottom bit, really working on the bottom bit. Whereas if you're an equipped deadlifter, you really want to be working on the top bit. You want to be doing a lot of block deadlifts. You will see a lot of equipped deadlifters very rarely doing a deadlift from the floor, because instead of stretching the suit, working on the top bit, it helps you a lot. One thing I disagree though with deadlift accessories is using lifting straps. I can see why people would do it, because they don't want to tear their hands too much. But in that case, just put more chalk on. That's all I'll ever do. Moving on to bench press. Again, if you struggle at the bottom end pressing off of the chest, which you don't tend to equip, you want to be doing some pin press, where you set the stops about this far off of your chest. You'll rest the bar there, count to 3 and then press it all the way up, so you're doing a completely dead stop. Whereas if you struggle at the top end, you want to be doing a lot of either block presses, which you've seen the foam block I've got, or if you're not an equipped lifter, you want to be doing slingshot bench presses if you can afford a slingshot. There is a lot of cheap ones out there which will just help you pop it along that bottom bit and leave that top end free to fight a bit more. Moving on to the squats, if you struggle at the bottom end, you can do pause squats, so where you'll squat down to depth, hold it there for 2 seconds and then come all the way back up. That'll really work and target the bottom bit. Whereas if you struggle on the top end, I'd probably recommend chains, using chains for the squat, because while the chains are resting on the floor, as you get down, decreasing the weight, but when you come back up, the chains are also coming off the ground even more, so you've got more resistance. So if you struggle more on the top and around the middle end, I'd definitely recommend that. Some other accessory exercises that are good are just like your leg curl, your leg extension, your incline dumbbell presses, Your lat pull downs, your rows, just anything that really helps you lift. So like I do shrugs with the dumbbells, because I really find that top end, if you're shrugging it up, is sort of like a deadlift. I like doing just any exercise like that, a lat pull down, because it really helps with the back, and the rows, because we quit benching, the row, you're sort of like doing a controlled row with your bench press fighting against a shirt. So overall, I think accessories play a huge role in making you a better powerlifter. Obviously, if you're bodybuilder, you do a ton of exercises, but powerlifters in general, I think not enough do the amount of accessory exercises as they should be doing. Some accessory exercises that I would stay away from is stuff that work the biceps, because you don't need biceps across all three lifts at all. But is there anything else you don't really need? I mean, I don't use out with calves, because you don't really need calves. Yeah, biceps and calves I don't really bother working at all, because you don't need them at all. Your squats are more your quads, glutes and hamstrings. Your bench is a lot more chest and triceps. And I tend to find that the deadlift does a lot of pretty much everything. Your chest, I really find that pulling a lot. Your legs, your lats, your shoulders, everything works in harmony with that, other than your biceps are obviously there, but not really, because your forearms are doing more of the grip work. But I don't find the biceps and the calves useful at all, so it'd just be a waste of time, energy and muscle to have that mass on your body. So now I've done this video introducing some people to accessory exercises, I'm going to be doing because I train for 6 different days, I'm going to be doing 6 different videos detailing what I do in each gym session with the accessory exercises. I'll show you what I do, why I do it, and how many reps, how many sets, just all sorts like that. So next week, the first episode will be my equipped deadlift session, where I tend to focus a lot on the back, just building up strength in the back. So until then, thank you for joining me. Keep watching the lift of the week's my 260 equipped deadlift. That the views on that's been awesome. We've got 1.7k views, so try and boost the rest up like that. But thanks for everyone that's watched that. But until next time, keep lifting that big weight.